Hello, everyone. Jesse Webb, Traders Pro. Market conditions bullish in a bull market, still continuing this overall uptrend on major markets, S&P 500, primarily NASDAQ as well. We're seeing in the short term, we did see a little bit of a pullback here for about a day, and we saw momentum pull back into this up into the trending location. Now we're in this upper extreme zone, and back to where we were just a couple of days ago. So let's look at an SPY chart here as well. Breadth is weakening a little bit here, which is also noted in the buy-sell ratio, and sentiment still in this upper extreme range. Let's take a look at buy-sell ratio. We are seeing some weakness here, which is interesting. We have a very thin rally where we're just seeing a handful of stocks that are ultimately pulling the market higher. Again, that's still fine, but we're seeing the breadth of the market, the majority, still relatively flat. So that there may be the weaker stocks that do catch up, or we may see some of these winners that start to slow down at these levels. We do, see from time to time some choppiness activity after we have a couple of large uptrends like we've seen here, and so a move like this is not out of the ordinary, where we do get a little bit of chop at tops and bottoms oftentimes, and we've had a very nice run here across the board. S&P 500, let's take a look at that. We are making new highs here, at least in the time frame, the 1 year and the 6 month time frame, making those new highs, and just continuing to chug higher here. We've got support now back down, two levels of support at 482, and then this other one here, this 236 level at 476. So creating some additional support ranges if we do have any retracements, but so far this uptrend has been nice, where we see a move higher and then we get some kind of retracement. Ideally, this may have been a little bit more back down, or we see some of these could just working their way sideways a little bit instead of getting this parabolic move. We're not getting that, at least on S&P 500, so that allows for a little bit more sustainable uptrend when we get a few days up and a few days back down again. We did see a move in bonds right here, where we saw a big spike the other day and then some retracement. So seeing some volatility right around bonds right now. Remember, that's still a big issue: inflation and interest rates and the Federal Reserve. So those are some things that the market is still paying close attention to. We saw a big move here in bonds, this uptrend, retracement, support at this 382 retracement level, bump up to the momentum zone at 236, and then kind of going to dance around this 96 number. We'll see what ends up happening with TLT. If we take a look at sectors, let's see if anything's moved significantly in the last few days. Still have real estate in a downtrend, and we've got a handful that are kind of stuck right here in this hold. You can see they're going back and forth from some of these uptrends to downtrends in the shorter term, and then we've got a group of sectors that are continuing to perform well. Here's in this overall current uptrend. Commodities, let's take a look at two. Oil's had some volatility here. We've seen it come back down again with a retracement the last couple of days, back to that $67 area, which ultimately is good long-term for consumers and businesses to see oil prices coming back down again. So we've run into this resistance. We talked last time about this now potentially being a trend direction and then counter-trending. We're not there quite yet. We may be there actually on the 6 month time frame for USO. You can see how that trend shifted. It grabbed this high and this low. So now we've got a downtrend happening on this 6 month time frame on USO. So this works as a counter trend running into resistance, with this being the direction. So now in this 6 month time frame for USO, we're actually in the momentum zone again. Let me remove just this volume bar so we can see that price activity here. So that 6 month time frame, talking about this price pattern counter trending back up, and you can see how aggressive that sell-off was, and this trend line here even starting to get broken. So we'll see if oil can hold up and create some support levels right here. If not, fine by me. It can continue to slide to the downside. If we take a quick look back here at gold and see if we've got any support continuing, we've got this upper momentum zone 236 on gold, and it's still in that hold range, but you can kind of see that here on the price chart. Just not a lot of conviction here on gold. Let's take a quick look at the Muscle Stocks Group app, which has been a real high flyer this last year. Let's go back to signals and go out to the 1 year time frame. It's just been consolidating now really for a long time, really since last summer, in this sideways move with a few false breakouts right here and really solid confirmation bar. Friday, let's see if we had any volume with that. Some nice volume here happening as well. So we could see a breakout on app. APP is the symbol on that. Also, XPO is a nice looking pattern in this overall uptrend with a nice breakout, that 1 year time frame, transportation and trucking sector. And then also ESTC, which is a tech stock, having a nice move, big gap on some earnings, support and retest here. With this uptrend, we get a breakout, I should say a breakout and retest. The retest is the support area now where it was resistance, and then getting a confirmation bar with a little additional added volume. That'll do it for today's update, and everybody have a fantastic day today.